From the infamous Crypto Viewing group here. Quick shout out to my buddies here, Crypto Viewing. Check us out. I'll have the link below. The reason for this video is that I have just had a very strange experience. This kind of goes along with my ominous feeling video from a few years ago, but this was not an ominous feeling. This was an episode, and this literally was an hour ago, an episode where I was operating in at least 3 different timelines simultaneously. And while I was eating dinner with my wife, and this was happening, and we were watching some TV, Lost in Space, actually, on Netflix. I was continually shifting through multiple timelines simultaneously and losing track of which ones I was on. It was a very, very bizarre feeling. I had to maintain my heart rate and my stress level so that I didn't panic, because I was losing track of the timeline that I was in. No drugs were taken, no pharmaceuticals were taken. It was a bizarre experience of multiple deja vus, but they weren't even deja vus. These were alternate timelines that were all occupying my awareness at the same time. At least 3 of them, and even felt even at sometimes 4, possibly even 5. So as this episode is taking place, of course I don't want to just sit and freak out. I want to put it to the test and see if what is happening. So of course I go and I want to do a remote viewing on it. I'll show you the quick session here. This was interesting here as I set up my camera. I have something written over here, but what came into the camera was, "I want things already." That's pretty funny. But so I grabbed a target from an online target, blind target. This was the target here. This is the Himalayan mountain cliff here, where they go and they collect the honey from these bees, which I believe those bees that honey might even have some hallucinogenic properties. But anyway, here's the quick, really quick 1-minute session I did just to try to see if I could tap, if one of those alternate realities that I was experiencing was in a different timeline, then possibly I could access it via a remote viewing session, and have already received the feedback, or see how this would work. This is really quick. This is like a 1.5 minute experiment here, but here I am. I'm still in the experience a bit as I'm doing this. It is December 21st, 7:09. This was an hour ago. I'm having a strange sensation of like dream states, and possibly alternate timelines or something along those lines. I'm going to do a remote viewing experiment to see if I am tapping into alternate timelines and can merge into the timeline where I'm looking at this feedback. Very, very strange. All right, let's see what happens. Very strange. 120627. White, brown, clothy, yellow, flowery, dense, solid like a wall. It's like a wall. Wall. Silver. What is it? That's it. That was it. That was it. So I was the stress. I'm losing everything here. The bizarre thing about it was that as I did this, I felt when I was done with this, I felt that I had come back into a single timeline or a single reality after this little experiment was done. Like the remote viewing focused me in on one timeline. It was I've had a lot of weird experiences. I've had a very strange life. I could go on and on and on about it. I could make movies about it. I've had a very unusual life. When something bizarre like this happens, I want to go into a state like a remote viewing state to see one, what's happening here, and also to see what else may be happening inside of my brain or my consciousness if some things are changing. This was kind of like the ominous feelings session, but it was different. I was literally losing track of what timeline I was in. I was in like 3 or 4 spaces at the same time in my mind, and I was really trying hard to keep it together. I could have easily flipped out. I could have easily have flipped out. Luckily, with the kind of life I've had, the things I've done, the training I've had, I was able to maintain myself emotionally and say, okay, go, let's see what's going on here. I'll do a remote viewing session and see if something is different in that space. And literally, it took me out of that. It grounded me into a single timeline. That was an hour ago, and I feel like I've grounded here after doing just a 1 minute, 1.5 minute session. And just giving me one reality to focus on. Really, really unusual. I will, if something else happens or if this continues on, I will do another one of these. I have a crypto viewing target that I need to do, so I got to get my head straight. I got to get into a single timeline or a single reality so I can do my session for crypto viewing. But anything else that happens in this bizarre alternate world here, I will document it and I will put up another video. So thanks for watching. Many more to come, and happy holidays.